one and talking about stuff, especially the trailer. Other than that, yeah, not much to report.
Right. So you did go up. I know last week when we were chatting, you were making a comment about you and the wife discussing, I think, what to bring up there. So how did that turn out, George?
I'll send you some pictures of what we've got so far. I'll send you some pictures there, Chuck.
All right. Did you forget anything? We always do when we go camping. I know you didn't go camping, but did you bring everything you thought you wanted to bring this time around? That is.
Absolutely. Like I said, I'll send you some pics of what we've done so far, and yeah, no, we got a floor room done, mostly, yeah, but no, it's all good. It's all good.
All right, George. Glad to hear it. All we need now is a little bit warmer temperatures and some sunshine to go with it, and we'll be all set. Okay, George, hang in there, and I think we might be in for a slow start again. As the sun sets later and later, there more people are going to be wanting to spend the evenings outside, so that's understandable. Like I said, just before the net there, during our pad's net, we were outside enjoying some fresh air. But unfortunately, it took until almost dinner time to reach peak temperatures. But that's the way it is in the spring and in the fall. Okay, well, this is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. And we're looking for check-ins. Please come now. All right, very good then. Okay, so we are streaming live on YouTube. And just put my call sign in there, VA3CJZ, and look for us live or under the title AREG Week 1494. And I will be playing around a little bit until I get my cameras situated here because I had to reboot the system just before the net started. So we're going to see if we can get all our cameras up and running.
V3GMP.
Hey, there we go. Have another one in there. VE3GNP. Garnett. Hey, how are you?
Good. Out in there too, KCI. He's in there as well.
All right, glad to know. So we'll switch over to the remote station there and see if we can get a hold of Art. VE3KCI, VA3CJZ. Are you there, Art?
I'm right here, Chuck. Good to hear you. Sorry I missed you there last week. I laid down at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, didn't wake up till 11.
4 in the afternoon. Oh, till 11 at night. That's quite the nap. I know I've been napping a lot lately there, Art. I've been suffering from a stomach flu for the last 5 days. We're just starting to feel better today there. So, and I did one of those tests, home tests for COVID, and it's negative. So it's just a good old-fashioned stomach flu.
Did you finally go over to your doctor and get that thing checked out for diabetes, that special thing that you can put on your arm? You just scan it to check your glucose?
Yeah, the something Libre. I didn't get a chance to speak with my diabetes specialist about it this time. We had a lot of concerns with my health, and she was more concerned about putting me back on this medication I was on before. And I'm wondering if that medication may have affected my digestive tract, let's say, because some medicines are hard on your stomach, So it had been a while. But anyways, yeah, we're definitely going to be contacting her again soon, anyways, and we'll bring that up. And I think it may have to go through our insurance. I don't know, but I do know that you can get meters for free as long as you buy the test strips. So maybe they have something along that line for diabetics. That would be nice.
Well, I think something happened with his output via 3NCA.
Oh, so he doesn't realize his station's not operating. That sucks. Good evening, Art. Good to hear you in there, and glad to hear you had some much-needed rest. Victor Alpha 3 Indy Mike Whiskey. Wade, you're sounding good. And AXJ, is that Larry or Rick? Rick, that's Rick. Roger?
Yeah, Roger there. I was trying to get to you last night there, but I couldn't figure how to get that offset. And time I figured it all out, you guys were gone. Anyhow, got it figured out.
CJZ.
And really glad to hear that your granddaughter is doing so much better, and they're slowly getting her out of the critical care. I think Vanya was asking if maybe you would post the link to the GoFundMe page on the AREG Facebook page. I'm not sure if you're on that, but that would be the easy way for this group at least to make sure that they hit the right link.
No, I don't have a computer here. But maybe I can figure a way of getting it done.
Yeah, roger that. And, if you need some help, lots of people are somewhat computer literate. PL, he's got his wife to help him out with that kind of stuff.
Well, I have an email here that they can to the account.
Yeah, we just woke Paul up from his long old man nap. Definitely. He sat up straight and said, "Try to pull me out of the woodwork, eh?" Didn't even take a jar of peanut butter. Anyways, I'll let you figure that out. And like I said, really glad to hear that she's doing that much better. Anyways, let's see if Net Control has figured out his episode and maybe connected wire A to slot B.
Well, good evening there, Mac. I was wondering what happened. I was talking to KCI, and then when I released the foot pedal, all kinds of things were going on. I was talking through the remote station there, so maybe you didn't hear me.
We heard you up until the point that we didn't hear you anymore, and Art was waiting for you to come back to him. So I'm pretty sure he's still in there. He had told you that he had not checked in last week because he fell asleep at 4 p.m. and woke up at 11, so slept through his homework. And then I think you made a statement and then you disappeared. Anyways, glad you're back online, Chuck, and I'll let you pick it up.
Yeah, no worries. Just let me try something real quick here. Yeah, no, I was talking on the remote station. It's still operational. I don't know what happened, but let me switch back over and see if we can contact Art again. Okay, let's try it again. This is VA3CJZ. How about it, Art? You still there?
I'm still here. I'm glad to hear you're greasing the paw instead of the foot.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there. I wasn't looking at the radio, so I don't know exactly what happened, but we're good to go now. Not a problem. Okay, Art, you're going to hang in there with us for a little bit, and we'll get back around to you. Sounds like we got a few other people to check in.
I'm going to hang around for a little bit, not very long. I'm getting tired again.
Okay, well then, just let us know when you're ready to go, and jump in there and say goodnight for us. Do you have anything else to add there, Art?
No, all I can say is, boy, it's nice to see the sun shine out there finally again, and we've got some nice weather coming towards the end of the week. Thank God, finally.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's getting there. I mean, it takes all day to get warm, but we're getting there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the women back with miniskirts. Never mind pants.
Yeah. Eye candy is definitely something we enjoy in the summer. Absolutely. Okay, Art, we're going to drop this remote station and go back to the base radio, and we'll talk to you in a bit.
Roger, remember one thing, Chuck. Don't drop it too hard. Things do break, you know.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I remember when I was sloughing pig iron back in the old days, and people were throwing steel around like it was unbreakable. Let me tell you, welds, you keep throwing a piece of steel down, is going to fracture eventually over with repeated use there. So it's not indestructible. I've seen welds break from dropping steel a lot. Anyways, yeah, we'll try not to break it. We'll shake it, but not break it. Thanks again, Art. We're going to switch back over now. Okay, so the last person I heard was Mac, but I heard PDL and AXJ in there, I believe. So I got you marked down there, Mac. Let's go with you.
Okay, no hurry, no rush. Garnett, Rick, Paul. Yeah, we're all in here, and I'm sure there's a whole host more. So really glad to hear that you're feeling much better and climbing back on top of the world. Yeah, let's leave it at that, and let's make sure we get everybody in the list.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's do that then. This is VA3 CJZ looking for check-ins. Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray Lima Juliet.
And Papa Delta Lima.
And Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta, Charlie Alpha.
Okay, I've got several stations there. I've got XLJ, PDL, VAD, and NCA. Did I miss anyone?
VA3, Whiskey Papa Golf.
And Whiskey Papa Golf was, I believe, right before me, Chuck.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. WPG and AXJ was in there as well. So let's start with Rick, VA3 AXJ.
Good evening, Chuckles. How are you today?
Yeah, feeling much better, thanks. Like I said, there had a stomach flu for several days, and I guess the Swiss Chalet chicken soup made me better there. I had some last night, and must have cleared everything right up. Other than that, we had to reboot our laptop before starting the net, so that was a bit of a bummer. I thought I had everything ready, but stuff happens. Other than that, yeah, we've been pretty quiet there. Like I said, the last few days, just mostly listening on the radio, not feeling like talking. When you're feeling like crap, you don't want to carry on a conversation.
Yeah, Roger. I know exactly what you mean. I've had a real rough 3 days with my granddaughter there in McMaster there in the hospital, so I'm going to take a couple of days of a break, and she's doing better. Still all, whatever, but they're taking her out of the ICU tonight and putting her onto a I guess it's a step down ward, I guess, and it's still monitoring her a lot.
Yeah, I did catch just a part of that. I had my walkie with me, and I was taking the dog out front, so I didn't catch it all. What's the matter? What happened?
About an accident on Parkdale Avenue, Saturday, 5 o'clock at night. Hit and run. That was my granddaughter that got hit.
Oh, no way. I remember hearing about that and thought to myself, what a son of a, you know what, taking off a little girl like that left alone after hitting her. That's terrible. I hope they catch him.
Oh, they got her. A 30-year-old woman. She borrowed her buddy's or her father's car or something and hit her. Phoenix went almost right through the windshield. She drove away. She ditched the car and she ran. But yeah, they got her Sunday morning.
Well, at least they got her. Hope they throw the book at her. That's just leaving the scene of a child like, oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, sad, but no. Anyhow, I can't anymore. I'm going to get upset, so I'll take a standby here for a bit.
Okay, fair enough, Rick. All right, prayers and thoughts are definitely going out to you and the little there. So, okay, moving along, then we'll go down the list. Next person is Vanya, VA3XLJ. Good evening, Vanya. Welcome.
Thank you, Chuck. Hello, everybody. So, yeah, my quick check-in. So you are, as usual, coming the full scale to my location. Actually, everyone is today, other than Arpad. He's like at the edge of the noise. I think he have to stand up and talk on the radio. So where am I going with this? Yeah, just to give you a quick check-in, and I'm gonna have to run up and down a few times, so I might miss a thing or two tonight. I have to prepare stuff for the kids for school tomorrow and other stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much all of it on this. And other than it was nice day today, but everyone knows that. But what I did, I took my avocado trees. They are like 2 years old now, and they kind of grow like maybe 2.5 feet or whatever, so somewhere around that height. And I mean they're doing very well. So maybe in a couple of years we can have a guacamole toast or something. So they were very happy to be outside on the sun for a couple of hours. I took them anywhere in between 5 and I just got them in. So I mean they kind of look a little bit better than that, now than the time when I took them out. So I basically that's highlight of my day. Guacamole plant wannabe. I mean not plant, plantation wannabe. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, geez, I remember going to California, and every meal that you ordered in any restaurant always came with guacamole. So, yeah, it's a big deal out in California, in the Southwest, anyways, all throughout the southwestern states there. It's a big food item.
Yeah, it is. I mean, in Brazil, actually, they have a special police just to track the guacamole crimes because it's a big business. I mean, it's a huge business, and it's getting bigger every year. Like avocados, pistachios, and
Yeah,
walnuts, or that other nuts, macadamia. No, not
cashews.
I can't remember the name now. Anyways, I mean, the only thing is they need lots of water, so they're really heavy on water. To produce one food, you need, I don't know, gallons and gallons of water, like, which doesn't make sense. But anyways, I guess people buy them, so they keep producing them. But yeah, they even in California, they have I'm not gonna say special, they call them guac cups. So if you Google it, you'll find them. So it's kind of a funny thing, but yeah, guacamoles are good.
Oh, where am I here? There we go. What's that? Pistachios or cashews? Yeah. Hey, speaking of water, have you read this article about Lake Mead, which is one of the water supplies, water basins out west there in the Southwest? I don't know if it's in California or Arizona or wherever, but Lake Mead. Um, Apparently, you can see the intake valve now. The water has dropped 36 feet in the reservoir, and now you can see the intake valve. So they're getting pretty desperate out there.
Yeah, they are. I mean, water is. You know what? I've been reading about what's the Colorado River, Lake Mead, and the few other lakes which they used to divert water to the California. For a couple of years now, it comes in a waves. Like they talk about it and then they stop. They start talking about water heavy produce and fruits. Then they stop and go. But lately, what I was reading, like I don't know was it Lake Mead, but most likely it's one of the lakes. And the water levels dropped so much they keep finding the skeletons and other stuff, which is kind of a little bit disturbing. But I guess times we live in.
Oh yeah, all kinds of things. I'm sure they're finding in there: cars, people, trains. Uh, yeah, they've found all kinds of stuff in water. Okay, there, Vanya, you gonna stick around or are you taking off?
Well, I'm gonna go up and down like a few times, so I'm gonna be kind of at random. So, but I'll try in between radio and computer. I'll try to stay along as best as I can, I guess.
All right, not a problem. We'll call out, and if you're there, you're there. If not, we'll talk to you later. But thanks for stopping by, Vanya. Much appreciated, and we'll talk to you a little bit later. Okay, VA3 AX or XLJ. Sorry, we just talked to AXJ. Next is uh, none other than VE3 PDL. Paul.
Thanks, Chuck. Just, I was out cutting the lawn there and came in. Didn't jump in here till 9 minutes after 8, but here I be. I'll be listening along there. I do have to go outside, though, and sweep up my sidewalk because I took the bag off the lawnmower this time. It's my second time cutting it this year, and yeah, I left quite a mess. So I better clean that up before the neighbors whine.
Ah, yes, I hear you. I kind of wanted to cut the grass, but like I said, it didn't get warm enough until 6 o'clock at night, and I'll be damned if I'm going to cut my lawn wearing my winter jacket. I'm sorry, but I refuse. So it'll grow, and if I have to, and it's too long, I'll use the weed whacker first, then the lawnmower. But I'm not mowing the lawn with a winter jacket. I just won't. Okay, Paul, we'll let you go and do that, and we'll talk to you in a bit. VE3 PDL. Next is VA3 VAD. RPAD. Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Good evening, Chuck, and everybody else on the net. This is Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta RPAD. Yeah, just checking in from Hamilton here, and I'm testing out the 100% solar radio here. Yeah, this is the 7100 with a full power, and yeah, this one runs by the solar system and the batteries and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm looking at your website at the same time. I see I giving you a full scale. So yeah, actually, I was going to test and switch radios on the fly, and we are on simplex mode, so we have to wait a couple of seconds. So if anybody like maybe Mark who is farther away, just try to memorize the signal. Then I'll switch radios. Hold on for 1 sec. Okay, now I switched radios. That's all what it takes. I had to turn one of them off and turn on the second radio. And yeah, on Chuck's radio, I can't really see the signal differences between the two radios, but maybe somebody who is farther away maybe that person can give me a signal report. Back to you, Chuck.
Yeah, well, let's see if anybody else has noticed a difference in signals there with ARPAD's radio there. Anyone? Go ahead.
I am now you. S9 first radio, 10 over S9 for second radio.
Okay, there was another station in there. That other station, go ahead.
VA3XLJ. Is it just my ears, or the first radio was a little bit, I'm not gonna say scratchy, but not as clear and the nice audio comparing to the second one?
The difference between the first radio was an ICOM 7100 with an HM207 microphone. That's one with the keyboard and whatnot. And probably that microphone is cost only what, $20 maybe or something. And then this microphone here is a SM50, a $350 microphone. Probably that's what it is.
Yeah.
It could be, because I don't remember your radio before sounding like that, so it could be microphone most likely. So I guess it is microphone.
Yeah, roger that.
Okay, I have a question for you, Arpad. Well, actually, first a comment. The first radio was okay, but the second radio had a more fuller bassier sound. Seems to boost up your audio, but there was nothing wrong with the first one. Plus, the first radio you said was operating on battery power, right?
Yeah, that's the solar panel. I'm using the 7100 because it's an all-mode, all-band radio. So, now on standby, just to monitor, the 7100 is using a half amp of power. So, now the radio what I'm using right now is an ICOM 9100. That's a big bass radio, and that's using 2.5 amp to just to standby. So it makes a huge difference when you are just listening to a shortwave station or something. It makes a huge difference if you are using 50 a half watt, or you're using 2.5 watt just for standby. So yeah, that's why I'm using the 7100 on, and it's a low power usage radio. So yeah, it's good for a standby backup radio.
Okay, very good. Now, does that give you 13.8 volts or 12 volts?
Right now, I'm my battery system. I have four batteries, but they are 6 volts. So technically, it's only 2 batteries because how you hook up the two batteries is 6 and 6. That's going to be 12. Then the other 2 is 6 and 6. That's 12. Then you put the two 12s together, so that's going to make it a 12 volt. You can make it 24 volt if you want, but it's right now I have 12.8. That's what it says on the voltage, 12.8.
Oh, okay, very good. Yeah, we're too close for me to give you any difference in signal report, but definitely the audio wise made a big difference with the second radio. So yeah, that's the thing, eh? Some radios draw a lot more current than others, so you have to be mindful of that when you're using battery power or something like that. So, all right, Arpad, anything else, sir?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get one of those adapter thingy. The one for the SM50 microphone, the desk mic. I'm gonna have to get one of those adapters so I can plug it into the 7100 because the 9100 has the round one with the 8-pin. I think it's 8-pin, and the 7100 has like the phone or the network connector. And I'm gonna have to get one of those adapter, and that would be the best way to test them if the microphone makes the difference or the radio actually itself is making some difference as well. On the 7100 is a factory setting, so I never went into the menu. I left it the way how it was, so I didn't do anything. So was the 9100. So I think it is the microphone makes the difference, but maybe not.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It would be nice on the Camwood microphones, on the bass microphones, you have some switches, and you can add an extra cable to it. Basically, It comes with a harness. You just open up the microphone, you plug it in, and you can plug in 4 radios. And you can use one single microphone, and you got radio 1, 2, 3, 4, and you just press a switch on the microphone. And yeah, I wish ICOM would have that system as well, so I could able to use 2 radios with one single microphone.
Yes, that would be nice. I think I was mentioning that last week at some point on the net there. It'd be nice to have a box that, you could just press a button and switch, switch around whatever you want there.
Yeah, that's what I haven't. I don't know which one. What's the name of it? It's done in the basement. It's a $400 microphone made for Kenwood radios, but Kenwood is out of business now. So but it's a nice microphone, and yeah, I like that one. You can hook it up to your HF radio, your VHF, UHF, whatever you want, and just connect 4 radios. You just have to buy a little patch cord, whatever it goes up to the radio. And there's a harness inside the microphone. Just plug it in, and depends where you plug it in. Then just press it, and put a little notepad, sticky tape on the mic, so you know which one is what. All right, thank you very much for the radio check there. I'm putting out what is it, 100 watt on this one. Yeah, putting out 100 watt now, and the 7100 was running probably 40 watt. I'm not sure, 35, something like that.
Okay, very good. All right, Arpad, are you gonna stick around or are you gonna take off?
I think we're gonna watch a movie, and I will be listening for a little bit, anyways.
Okay, very good then. Well, thanks, Arpad, for stopping by and saying hello. Oh, there's a little robin. We have a mama robin made a nest on our porch, and we make sure not go on that side of the porch because it scares her, and she takes off and she starts yelling at me. But I'm looking at my security camera now, and I see her on the railing here out on my front porch. So yeah, I can't wait to have the little babies. And I like having a bird's nest there. Okay, thanks, Arpad. VA3 Victor Alpha Delta. Next is Wade out in Dundas. Victor Alpha 3 November Charlie Alpha. Good evening, Wade.
Good evening, Chuck, and good evening, everybody on net. Here we are another Wednesday, so it's always good to check in with Chuck. And Vanya earlier on was talking about Lake Mead. It was Lake Mead, I heard. They're finding all sorts of things that they think are from like 40-year-old crimes as the lake sort of dries up. Yeah. That reminded me years ago in a former time when I had time for other hobbies. I used to scuba dive, and strangest things that I think I remember finding were in a quarry. We dove on a train, like a locomotive that had been left behind before the quarry flooded, and in a river dive down near Niagara, we came across a very new, very late model Saturn car sitting on its roof, and we looked through it, peeled back VIN stickers, tucked it in our pocket, and reported it to the police. And the police said, "Oh yeah, we've been looking for that. It was stolen last night." And they said, "Could you come in and write a report?" And we were already on our way back to Hamilton, so we said that's kind of what we're doing now on the phone, and left them with that. We let them know the VIN number, but yeah, lots of interesting things that people try and hide under the water. Anyways, that was a while ago. Send it back to you, Chuck, VA3NCA.
Yeah. I agree. Lots of people have used water to hide things, but the point I was making was the fact that you could see the intake valve, and if the water is below the intake valve, how do they suck the water out? That's how low it's getting. So hopefully their water table goes back up soon, because they're facing a serious drought situation out west. Okay, Wade, anything else radio related you've been doing lately, or what?
Well, I am working on all the various orders of all the various pieces to put together a better antenna. So I'm looking at grounding rods and lightning arresters and the like. And so that's been an interesting thing to hunt around and look at. So hopefully shortly I can make a surprise appearance on 2 meters and 70 centimeters with a better signal. So we'll see. Over the coming weeks anyways, I should be able to make some headway in that respect. Other than that, not really. Just a lot of stuff amping up with work since the students have finished their exams, and now we get back to all the upgrades in the summer after the term is over. So it gets busy for a little while. Have to find time to still do radio though. So I'm sure I will. Yep, that's it for me. I'm going to listen along, but I'll probably be partially on YouTube and while I wander around the house. So I'll try to be here when I get a call later on, but otherwise, thanks for doing it, and I'll send it back to you for VA3NCA.
Okay, Wade. Well, thanks for taking the time out and checking with us here on the radio. And yeah, listen along to us live on the YouTube stream. Just put in Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu in the YouTube search box, and you can watch us live there. You can move the slider at the bottom of the screen back and forth, and there's a clock on there so that you can check out whatever time you were on and watch what signal you're giving us and audio. So very good, Wade. By the way, on the ZOE repeater, sorry, on the ZOE net, the LOW net there tonight, Lake Ontario West Radio Club net. You came in at S5 tonight, which is really good. Normally, I get you at an S3 on there. So yeah, that was a good signal that that radio likes that frequency. Okay, Wade, we'll let you go, and thanks again. And let's see, we've got one other person on the list, and that's Chris, I believe. VA3 Whiskey Papa Golf. Good evening, Chris.
Hi, good evening. I had a question regarding SSTV, and I just wanted to read a little bit off the internet here regarding some conflicting information, and I wonder how this relates to Hamilton.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, the post is called "What Frequency Would I Use for SSTV on 2 meters?" It starts, I would recommend using one of the standard simplex frequencies for your area as you are using FM and will be talking between images. Don't need to put wide FM signals down in the weak signal segment. Reply, don't do this on 146.4 to 146.6. Anybody scanning voice simplex will go insane. Use a frequency in 145 or 147 simplex slices if you must do this. Reply, anybody scanning voice simplex will go insane. Good. It's a valid FM voice transmission interspread with wibbly wobbly tones, and they have a skip button unless they're using a Botator Fang. I probably wouldn't do this on 52, 55, 58, but the rest is fair game. That's a fine compromise for me. Just keep off whatever channels are used in your area. Here I'd stay off 52, 55, 58, 46, and 49. The Hispanic hams here are run IRLP nodes, and I like to be respectful to them. And how this relates to me is where the person says, I'll give you an answer that applies to me and which I don't see anyone else give. Ask around locally, as 2 meters is a local band. Others in your area will be best suited to provide an answer. I spent many months periodically listening, calling on here. Eventually, I overheard a couple locals talking about 147.5. They've been doing it for decades now. I look at the rack band plan. I see on a lower thing for weak signal and narrow band modes, other modes with bandwidth less than 3 kilohertz, including fax and SSTV. FM is not less than 3 kilohertz, and that's on the rack written band plan. However, on the color band plan, I see 3 segments for FM simplex, and I'm wondering where it relates to Hamilton for SSTV, where would be the best segment on 2 meters to not drive people nuts with those tones for experimenting with SSTV.
Okay, well, maybe somebody else will have more input, but I would recommend to you to go to the Canadian Amateur Radio Band Plan and look under the frequencies where it says digital modes. Because you don't want to go on any simplex frequencies like the post the gentleman mentioned. You'll drive people crazy. Absolutely. Digital, sometimes people operate digital right on this frequency here or right close to it, and it's very annoying when I'm trying to monitor the frequency. I'm hearing these digital tones. So in the rack band plan, it designates where digital should be operated. I don't know offhand, but if anyone else out there listening knows the answer, the quick answer for Chris there, please jump in.
I already see a couple here that says wideband digital 44,900 to 145.1. I'm guessing it would be the wideband digital that I'm after. Wideband.
Yeah. So your best bet before you transmit anywhere is to check out the band plan, and where it designates digital mode. Go on a frequency, check out your SWR, call out and ask if anybody is using the frequency as per you normally would, and go from there, Chris. So do your homework, do your research, and the band plan will guide you.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just a bit confused there because you're saying digital, they're saying FM simplex, but as I am seeing some wideband digital stuff here, so I guess we'll look into those ones there because, yeah.
Yeah, that's why not Industry Canada, but now it's Innovation, Sciences, and Economic Development. That's why they allocate portions of the band plan for these different types of modes and operation there. So, good luck with that, and I wish you success. Personally, I never got into the side scan, but new people, new hams want to experiment with everything, and by all means. So, anything else there, Chris, before we move along?
Yeah, actually, I was just drawing a blank for a couple seconds there at the end, as you probably heard. But yeah, the reason I'm a bit confused here is because, well, this was on Reddit that I read all this, and then this is actually also 5 years old, and then this band plan, who knows how old this colored one is. The rack one I'm on is on the current rack website, but it says approved on 2015 or something. So I'm a little behind here, so I'm just looking for a bit of more updated stuff here. So FM wideband digital. Thank you very much. VA3WPG.
Okay, Chris. Thanks for your input and your questions, and hopefully we're guiding you in the right direction. Okay, then that was VA3WPG, or is it? Hang on. Yeah, VA3. Okay. Well, in any case, this is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton, below the escarpment. And we're looking for your check-ins. Please come now.
VE3 Delta Juliet Zulu.
Huey, good evening. VE3 DJ Z.
Good evening there, Chuck. How you doing, buddy? Looks like a beautiful night to go flying the drone tonight. Might go out there and check it out. I was out and about today, driving around. Feeling like summer soon. So I'm glad things are picking up. You know, the numbers are so greatest, but, you know, we're trying to get through this, and it's getting better. Hopefully it gets better more.
Yeah, right on. We just we weren't feeling well for the last few days there, and we did a rapid test today, came back negative. So I was right. It was just a stomach flu, and so we're feeling better today with that, and got outside and got a bit of fresh air as well. So right on. Yeah, I seen a picture of you on the Ontar's. What was it? The pictures from Barrie, the junk in the trunk there. How'd you make out?
saw a couple radios. It was fun. Went up there, enjoyed it. After that, flew the drone around Barrie, around the waterfront. Took some nice video. I have to show you that. You'll like it. By the way, it was really nice up there. Barrie is like so clean out there. It's unbelievable. But everything's VHF and UHF. There's no 800 meg trunking or anything. Everything's UHF and VHF. It's either turbo or an NDXN.
Oh, yeah. How'd you get up there? With Gary?
No, I went with a friend of mine. Yeah. What's going on with ZOE? Not working anymore, or they cut the power off?
Yeah, they pulled the plug. Enough nonsense. I guess Terry, the repeater owner, had enough, and he says, you know what, I've been patient, and this is nonsense, so he pulled the plug.
That's sad. That was a good location, too. You know what? It's just people got to stop keying up doing stupid stuff, you know? Tile tones, you know, playing music, fighting, you know? You know what? It's not what it's all about, you know what I mean? That's why I just keep to myself, Chuck, do my own thing, make some money, do my own thing, you know, can't be bothered. Too many two-faced people out there. You can't trust a lot of people out there. They're backstabbers or, you know what, they use you, right? So, otherwise, I just keep to myself and do my own thing, you know what I mean, brother? It's safer that way.
Yeah, that's why we're all just trying to have some fun on the amateur radio. And it's one thing to have somebody, you know, get their jollies off one night, but to repeatedly interfere on purpose gets to be tiresome, and you got to do something about it. So I'm glad he did, you know. And there'll be some people probably going out there with directional antennas and locating these jokers and having a serious talk with them, let's say. But yeah, we're all here to try and have some fun, you know?
That's what it's all about, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. You're going to get that happening wherever you go, you know what I mean? You know, people are just ignorant, you know what I mean? I don't know. They have more time in their hands. Enjoy the repeater. Have fun, man. Why screw it up for everybody else? If you don't like it, don't go on a TV band or something. You don't have to sit there screw it up for everybody else.
That's because everyone from the CB is up here now.
Yeah, go figure in that one, eh?
Yeah, well, you got to start somewhere, right? That's pretty much goes. It goes for everything, really. You got to start somewhere. That's like showing somebody how to drive. You know, it's not the same until you get in the driver's seat, and then it's a whole different ball game. So, yep. So we'll just continue having fun, and we'll do what we have to do. Anyways, Huey, you going to stick around a bit, or are you going to be in and out?
I'll probably be in and out, buddy. I might take a portable with me. I'm going to go down and check out karaoke at Kelsey's in the East End, maybe. So I might take a portable with me. I'll let you know. But otherwise, that, Chuck, it's always a pleasure talking to you, my friend. You're doing a good job. Keep your good work up, buddy, and I'm glad you get no problems over here.
Absolutely, yeah. Same here. And we're just going to keep on, keep it on. Way to go, Huey. Thanks for checking in, buddy. We'll talk to you in a bit. Nice to hear you once again there. We missed you. Okay, Huey. That's VE3DJZ. Let's see if anyone else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. AREG. This is VA3CJZ. And we're also streaming live on YouTube. Just put in my call in the YouTube search and look for us live, or under the title AREG Week 1494. Any new check-ins, please come now.
Otherwise known as Check-In with Chuckles.
Absolutely. Check-ins with Chuck. Who's out there? Please come now.
VE3LBI.
I thought I heard that lip smack that I recognize. I thought, geez, that sounds like Larry's lip smack. Go ahead there, Larry.
They start calling you Rick, you're getting as long-winded.
Yeah, I know. Oh, geez. Associate me with Rick there. I don't know.
Anyways, just a quick check-in for you, Chuck. Too bad things happened on Friday night there. We're in the middle of conversation, and anyways, it's been fixed for a while, so we'll see how we make out.
Oh yeah, right on. And that's when I started my stomach flu was on Friday, so I was pretty cranky. I actually got off the radio and didn't come back on till last night. Night before, I've had the stomach flu for 5 days. There, Larry went and took a quick COVID test there, and it was negative, so it was actually a stomach flu. So we're feeling better today and back at it.
All right, that's good. Okay, I'll pass it back over to you. Like I said, it was too bad you get interrupted on Friday night there. We had that nonsense on the ZOE repeater, but anyways, hopefully it'll stop. If not, it'll just carry on down the road, I guess. All right, thanks for picking me up, Chuck.
Okay, Larry, just so you know, your check-in number 12. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. All right, before we move on, let's check out the contest situation this weekend coming up. There are a few state QSO parties here. Let's bring up the page, and well, we do have quite a few contests. First one is the 1010 International. That's for the 1010 International Spring Contest for CW. If you're into CW, it's for 10 meters only. That's coming up this weekend. And then there's the RCC Cup, and that is for CW and sideband for 10 meters, 15, 20, 40, and 80. And Microwave Spring Sprint, and that's all above 902 megahertz. Let's see what else is interesting here. We do have the 7th call area QSO party. Not sure what that is, but the geographic focus is the States, Canada, and participation worldwide, digital, phone, and CW, but no FT8. And that's for 10, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160 meters. And after that, we have the Indiana QSO party, the Delaware QSO party, the New England QSO party. And that's about it for all the big contests. But if you want to check it out some more, look at contestcalendar.com. One word, contestcalendar.com. And you'll see all the upcoming contests there. All right. Well, let's go back up to the top of the list and say hi to George if he's still there. VE3GBD. Oh, maybe George is talking to Dougie out in New Hampshire. Dougie from New Hampshire. Okay, well, let's go to GNP Garnett, VE3GNP. You there, Garnett?
No, sorry about that. I had it on the wrong frequency. I'm good. I'm here.
All right.
George is here.
All right, you're good and you're here. It's your turn, George. What's happening?
I'm just sitting here listening to you guys have some beer, and I had the OPP. That's, I switched it over to the OPP, but I didn't switch it back to the this one 146-430. And yeah, I keyed up on the 413-537. But anyway, I don't think they heard me anyway. It's locked.
Oh, yeah. It happens. So, yeah, I haven't, like I said, I haven't been feeling well in the last few days, but has that 420 there been active at all?
At night, yeah, 147-420, yeah. At night, yeah. You get, Dougie and all, There's a few people that do key up, but it's pretty quiet.
Yeah, I've noticed it has been getting quiet there. The Echo Link still works, I guess?
I hope, yeah. Not really sure. Like I said, the last few nights have been quiet. Doug said he was having a little trouble with it, but we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll have to check that out some more. I got a new phone, so I had to instead of transferring everything that was on my old phone, since I got a new phone, I wanted to start off from scratch because I know I had some stuff on my phone that I had installed and uninstalled, and sometimes it leaves files behind. And so I wanted to start fresh with the new phone, and I installed EchoLink, but I haven't fired it up yet. We'll have to check into that. So, yeah, after 4.5 years with the same phone, there we did an upgrade. So I've been spending some time getting to know my new Samsung Galaxy S20.
Yeah, see, yeah, I can't. I do the iPhone, but yeah, I had trouble with my iPhone there. I don't know. It wouldn't send pictures. It wouldn't send. I couldn't get phone calls. I couldn't send pictures. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's overloaded. I have no idea. You know, I always get the hand-me-downs, right? So, you know, I don't get new phones. I was just, okay, well, her daughter gets a new phone. I get her hand-me-down. So it's like, holy moly. Yeah, that's the way it works around here, I guess. But anyway, yeah, I gotta check that out. But the Echo Link on my phone, I have it on my phone. I gotta try it. Never tried it really.
Yeah, yeah, I tell you, it's easier to learn your computer or your laptop than it is certain phones because uh, all the apps and everything on those phones now, man, it's unbelievable.
Short.
Oh, we got a short. Hold on there, George. Go ahead, short.
Sorry there, Chuck. Can you give me up for a bit, Chuck?
Well, yeah, I'm doing the net.
After the net. Are you give me up for a bit after the net?
Yeah, yeah. I'll just have to take a break there and then come back after the net. Yeah.
Okay, listen, I'll give you a call after the net, and maybe I'll drop by that area and I'll show you my drone. What it looks like up in the dark at night. You see what? I'll let you try it out.
Oh yeah, yeah. We have to get the garbage ready, so we'll be going outside for a few minutes, anyways. All right.
Okay, I'll see you. I'll call you when I'm near your house. Okay, you take care and have a good one. And good to hear you, Georgie. B3GZ.
Oh,
garbage.
What's garbage?
You just mentioned garbage, and I forgot about that. I gotta take the garbage out.
Art's in with a short.
Okay, George. Yeah, get your mind on the garbage for tonight. So, listen, I'm going to take Art there. He probably wants to say goodnight. So we'll catch you next round there, George. Okay, let's go to Art, V3 KCI. What's up, Art? You want to say goodnight?
Yeah, I'm going to say goodnight. It's bedtime. Well, everybody on the net over here, have a safe and happy one, and at least we can look forward to the nice weather finally. Okay, I'm going to sign off. All the best. Good night. Talk to you next week.
Okay, Art. Thanks for stopping by and listening along for as long as you did. And you take care. Have a great rest of the week. And that warmer weather is coming. I understand Sunday is going to be around 20ish maybe, or Monday. And so, yeah, the winter jackets are going to come off and the sundresses are going to start coming on. And yeah, good times. Okay, Art, thanks again and have a good night, buddy.
What's your favorite color? Chuck, what's your favorite color? Of sundress, that is.
I'd have to look into my closet there, Paul. Okay, we're going to drop from the remote station and go back to the Hamilton station here. So thanks again, Art. Have a good night. All right. And thanks for that little comment there, PDL. Okay, let's see if GNP is with us there. Are you there, Garnett?
Yeah, I'm still here, Chuck. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, anything new and exciting?
Not really. Pat's back from Nova Scotia. She went down for 10 days, but other than that, everything's quiet.
Oh, how was the weather down there for her?
Not bad, not bad. It was actually a couple warm days, a couple cold days. Same as here, I guess.
Yeah. All I know is when you watch the weather there and there's rain, they always seem to get it after we do there. It travels quite a long ways to get to the East Coast. All right there, Garnett. Thought we'd touch base. We didn't speak very much there at the beginning of the net, so just want to say thanks for checking in, and we'll talk to you again next round or whenever you say goodnight.
Thanks, Chuck. V3GNP.
All right. Let me check the live feed on YouTube and see if North End Richard has checked in. Nope, he certainly has not. Nobody else has checked in on the YouTube live feed, but that's okay. We do have a couple of people watching. And so with that, let's go to the next person on the list, and that would be our resident chef boy, Mac, up on the hill, VA3IMW.
Oh, well, Chuck, we're all on the same page. Definitely looking forward to the warmer weather and getting things done around the house. I know my front lawn looks like a bad haircut. So I'm going to have to drag the mower out of the yard this weekend and give her a good cutting. The side yard, I'm going to have to take a really close look at that before I put my mower over top of that. Because throughout the winter time, actually into the fall and through the winter, they did some excavation and all kinds of crazy stuff up here. They actually put a bus driver's relief station in the back of the bus turnaround, and in doing so, they've made a mess of my side yard. Easement, yes, city property, somewhat, but still an area that I'm expected to maintain. Other than that, yeah, it's nice to see the bunny rabbits jumping around in the backyard in the morning and having fun. Geez, what else? Oh, yes, I got a notification today from Radio World that my Heil mic has been shipped. So looking forward to that coming in as well, and maybe I'll sound different again. Who knows?
Yeah. It's going to be a big surprise. Well, geez, it's been long enough. They'd have time to build one from scratch, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they chiseled it out of granite because they've certainly been taking my business for granted. Anyways, don't worry, Paul. I still have my 3-minute transmission counter all set up on the radio, so I'm pretty sure I won't break the simplex frequency. Anyways, keep it short so Paul can still listen along.
Good to hear you in there, brother.
Roger that. And do you think Leanne can help get Rick's GoFundMe thing posted on the AREG Facebook page?
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, I'm not expecting that you have to do it, but yeah, at least you have a resource in the house that's qualified.
So my funny man, we took the same course.
When taking the course doesn't really mean much, right? One passes, one fails. You both took the course.
Oh no, we both passed. Thank you much, Lee.
Okay. I didn't realize you were an interweb expert.
No, I know computers inside and out, and I leave the networking stuff to the wifey, though. I have no interest in that.
Oh, roger that. And that reminds me, I need to bring my whatchamahoosit box over for a programming thingamajigger. Yeah, cool. All right, Chuck, I won't tie it up because, you know, the list is growing and time is passing. Anyways, always good to hear what's up with Chuck every Wednesday night, and the camaraderie and banter. That's all good.
Absolutely there, Mac. And just for you, we've got some special birthdays that happened on this day in history. And the first one I have goes all the way back to 1929, and that's Audrey Hepburn. She's British. I didn't know that. British actress. She was a Breakfast at Tiffany's movie, My Fair Lady. And she was born in Brussels, Belgium. And she passed away in 1993. And then Mr. Fuji, American professional wrestler, born in Honolulu, Hawaii, was born in 1937 on this day. Some of you old wrestling fans will no doubt know who Mr. Fuji is. He used to have that derby hat there, just like that James Bond character. And then we have Ronnie Bond. He's the British drummer for the Trogs. The famous song Wild Thing. That was Ronnie Bond, who was the drummer. His birthday was in 1942. Passed away in 1992. And the guitarist, I do believe, or singer for Blood, Sweat, and Tears, George Wadinis. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but he was born in 1945. And John Force had a birthday today, born in 1949. He's the NHRA 16-time champion, born in Bell Gardens, California. John Force. And then in 1951, we have the guitarist for Motley Crue, Mick Mars, has a birthday. He was born in 1951. There is an alternative date. They do say April 1955 here, so he's probably so high he doesn't remember when he was born. And of course, not on this day, but just recently, the number 10 Guy Lafleur, hockey legend, passed away recently, and he will be sadly missed. And we'll continue on with more later on, but that was just for you there, Mac.
Well, that sounds like I'm in good company because I'm also a May birthday, and the Taurus, it rules the world, Roger.
That's right. A belated happy birthday to you there, Mac. I did wish you on Facebook there, but I had been out of commission for a few days, so apologize if I missed it. And hope you had a good birthday.
Oh, Roger, you know, kids came over, had a piece of cake, everybody left, and it was all quiet again. It was perfect.
Oh, you got to love it. Okay, very good then. All right, Mac. Well, let's see now. Let's go to Rick in downtown, VA3XLJ. Sorry, not Rick. That's Vanya. Oh, it's the X that mixes me up. Victor Alpha 3 X-Ray Lima Juliet. Vanya, are you still with us? Oh, he's probably mad I got his call sign wrong. Okay, let's Arpad is watching a movie. Let's do another call out and see if anybody else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, AREG. My call is Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Juliet Zulu. My name is Chuck, and I'm here in the East End of Hamilton. Looking for check-ins. Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Romeo Foxtrot.
Burn, Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Romeo Foxtrot. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Pretty good, Chuck. Nice to hear you there. I'm actually kind of time sensitive. I've been listening for a while. Just thought I would check in and have another view for the pod. Just been out for a while. Just heading back into the house, kind of setting down for the evening. Pretty nice afternoon and evening. No complaints from me.
Ah, yes, very good. Yeah, we're slowly getting into the proper spring weather, and it's very welcomed by many. And you're doing a good signal tonight over here at the Center Mall. Vern, we've got you at a S8, S7, fluctuating between the two, and good audio. So good job.
Thank you. Just speaking to you with one of my handy talkies, just putting out 5 watts. But as you know, from up here in Waterdown, we get pretty good coverage.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll say. You must be in a elevated area there. You're doing very good. Okay, well, I'm glad we were able to catch you before you had to take off. But thanks for stopping in there, Vern. Have a great rest of the evening.
Thanks so much, Chuck. I appreciate the chance to check in. Take care, gentlemen. 73 from Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot.
Okay, Vern, and just a reminder to everyone out there, we are streaming live on YouTube. Just put in VA3CJZ in the YouTube search box, and you can listen to yourself and see the signal that you're giving us on YouTube. VA3CJZ, and the title is AREG Week 1494. Only 6 more weeks to go before we hit the big 1500 anniversary, and we're looking forward to that. Okay, well, let's see if anybody else is out there like to join us. This is VA3CJZ looking for your check-in. Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go back to the list and say hello to Wade, unless he's on the on the phone watching us on YouTube. VA3NCA, are you there, Wade? Okay, nothing heard. How about Chris? VA3WPG. How you making out?
And BA3WPG, just sitting here listening along. Signals tonight. Normally on the other frequency in 70 centimeters there, I believe it's India Mike Whiskey. He's got one of the most booming signals coming to my station. Quite often sounds better on the input than on ZOE. Tonight, switching over to 2 meters, it's down to an S7 and extremely noisy, and it's a bit of concentration to make out what he's saying on my vertical. The beam that I built, I guess I was talking on 2 weeks ago, I still had the AREG 1492 open. I still don't know how I sound on the beam, but I switched over to my beam that I built there, and his signal went crystal clear back up to the S9 like it usually does on 70 centimeters. So I guess my beam is actually doing something there.
Yes, it's always good when you build an antenna and it works. But yeah, 70 centimeters behaves differently than 2 meters, and plus we're not using any repeaters here, and you are downtown, and he's up on the hill a little bit further away from the edge, so and west as well. So you got to factor in all those things, Chris.
Yeah, and the amazing thing is my beam right now is actually in the parked position, so it's facing my concrete balcony wall, so it's got to go through there, and then I got another apartment building blocking it on the other side of my wall, so that little antenna is doing really good.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't need to be direct. You can actually bounce a signal off to reach stations that you're not able to. And so that just takes a little bit more finesse and tuning around with the antenna. But yeah, it's lots of fun. All right, Chris, we just thought we'd touch base with you. We will come back for a 7-3 round. Anything else before we move along?
No, that's it. Just noticed the antenna. Yeah, I guess this guy has been funny as we've all been seeing lately. But no, other than that, that's it. Just tried out my antenna again. Back net VA3WPG.
Yeah, not everybody loves a funny guy. You have to actually be funny, not just act funny. Okay, very good, Chris. Thanks for that. Let's see. Do we have any other check-ins for tonight's AREG? This is VA3 CJZ here in the east end of Hamilton. Okay, let's go to Rick, VA3AXJ. You there, Rick?
Yeah, we're hanging in, but this will be my 7-3 round. I gotta get some sleep. Anyhow, what was I gonna say? I didn't want to see Paul in the skirt or a dress. Probably look too funny. Anyhow, 7-3 is the frequency, VA3AXJ. We're gonna be clearing off the frequency of the going QRT. So, like I said, 7-3 is the frequency, and we're gone. Good night.
Okay, Rick, thanks for hanging in there. And don't worry, my friend. Everyone is sending positive thoughts and prayers, and hopefully everything will get better soon. So, best wishes. Okay, Rick, thanks again, sir. VA3AXJ, take care. We'll talk to you again soon. Let's go to PDL, VE3 Papa Delta Lima. Mr. Computer.
Oh no!
Oh, he must have turned the volume down. All right, let's go to DJ Z.
Hey, Chucky. I guess Paul must have, he's got tied up doing some stuff. Hey, what a beautiful night. I'm going to be leaving here soon, Chuck. So I'll get you show you the drone and see what you think of it, buddy.
Yeah. I don't know how well we could see it at nighttime unless it just flies, 20, 30 feet in the air. But yeah, it's nice enough. We can go spend a few minutes out there while we're taking the trash out. All right, very good there, Huey. How about we go to Larry, VE3LBI. Larry. Okay, well, that brings us to more on this day information. Famous people that passed away on this day would be Mo Howard, also known as Mo. He's the one of the Three Stooges. His name is Mo. Actually, his real name is Moses Horowitz, and him and his brothers, obviously, were the Three Stooges. And he passed away at the age of 77 in 1975. Dom DeLuise passed away in 2009. He was born in 1933. And then that's it for the people who passed away. We have some famous events happened on this day. Thomas Edison in 1878 on this day showed his phonograph for the first time at the Grand Opera House. And then Cowboy Bill Pickett invents bulldogging in 1893, the skill of grabbing cattle by the horns and wrestling them to the ground, or if you have an unruly drunk at the bar. In 1904, on this day, Charles Rolls meets Henry Royce at the Midland Hotel in Manchester, England, and they go on to form the car manufacturer Rolls-Royce. And then Wilfrid Laurier passes the Naval Service Act, which creates the Royal Canadian Navy back in 1910. Al Capone enters the Atlanta Penitentiary in 1932 on this day because he's convicted of income tax evasion. All right. Oh, and speaking of prison, 5 people died in a 2-day riot at Alcatraz on this day, 1946, in San Francisco Bay. You people remember Alan Freed? He was a DJ of the rock and roll show back in the 50s. 1957, Alan Freed hosts the Rock and Roll Show, first primetime network rock show. I wish I would have been able to see that. That would have been cool. Same thing with the Wolfman. Remember the Wolfman? I would have loved to have been around to listen to his performances back in the day. And then Greenpeace changes its name from the Don't Make a Wave Committee, which was a fledgling environmental organization founded in Canada in 1971, changes its name in 1972 to Greenpeace Foundation. And finally, Margaret Thatcher becomes the first woman to be elected Prime Minister of the United Kingdom on this day in 1979. And that's it for On This Day. Hope you found that entertaining. All right. Well, let's see if anyone else is out there like to stop by and say hi. This is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is week 1,494 weeks that AREG has been on the air, originally founded by John Sims, Victor Echo 3, Juliet Sierra Uniform, JSU, founded almost 29 years ago. And so let's see if anybody else is out there like to join us on the AREG. Any new check-ins, please come now.
VE3EIR.
VE3EIR. Don. Hey, good evening, Don. How are you?
Yeah, good, Chuck. I figured it was time I better check in. And the last time, a few weeks ago, you said someone was going to call John, and I was just wondering if somebody did get through or not.
Yes, actually, I do believe it was Larry up on the mountain, VE3LBI, spoke to John briefly, and he's in a house, an apartment in a house, but he has, I think, until the end of May, and then he has to move to another place. So I don't know if he's found another place yet. I don't know if Larry is still with us. VE3LBI. Larry, you still there? No, I guess not. Okay, then Don, yeah, that's what we heard. John says he's never coming back to or moving out of Manitouage, so he's still committed to staying there. And so once again, he's in between places, but most of his stuff is in storage, so that's good news.
Yeah. Well, kind of sorry to hear that he's moving from place to place, and it's rather sad ending, I think. But I think everything seemed to have gone downhill after his stroke, and I think we're talking about 3 years ago now. I know this stroke had affected him. He was extremely high IQ. He was extremely smart in that way, and to see this happen, it's not good. But you know what? He may be happy in his own little world up there. It's isolated, and so yeah. If Larry gets any more information, yeah, I'd be quite interested. I've been on John's net, which is now your net, I guess you could say. for 20 years. So it's nice to hear whatever information you got. VE3EIR.
Yes, absolutely there, Don. It's kind of sad, as you mentioned. We all wish John well, and he seems to have a lot of issues with living quarters. Whatever the reasons are, hopefully he'll get settled in, and he'll be there for a long time in his next place. I'm not sure if he's got a place lined up or not. But like I said, I forget what exactly Larry said there. But yeah, you're right. John is a very smart guy. Um, and a few people have mentioned that he's been different since his stroke there. So, but like you said, he seems to be happy up there. It is secluded, and well, the housing situation is no different in Manitouage than it is everywhere else. It's difficult to find a place to live. It's simple as that. And the government keeps saying, we're gonna open the immigration floodgates and bring people in, and it's gonna help our economy. And I'm like, well, where are they gonna put all these people? We've got people pitching tents downtown. Like uh, they're gonna bring immigrants in and give them homes and hotels and whatnot. I don't know. That's another discussion. But anyways, yeah. Hopefully John gets settled in, and that'll be it.
Yeah, okay, Chuck. You got a good signal here tonight. Up here in Mount Hope, I'm up in the area of 20 Road and Earth Street, and you're way down there in the bottom of the hill. So good signal there. How's my signal? I'm gonna check the YouTube in a minute here, but give me a heads up.
Let go. All right there, Don. You've got a solid S9 signal down here at the center mall, way down here in the bowl, and good audio. Very slight noise coming in with you, and so you're doing a good job as well.
Yeah, okay, Chuck. In the old days, you could say, "Oh, you got an S9 signal," and you could lie like hell. But today with YouTube, you have to be very careful, Chuck. I'm going to check it in a minute. I'll let you know later what I think.
Okay. Well, I don't lie when it comes to signals. That's what my radio tells me, and I just relay the information. All right, Don. Good job. Thanks for stopping in. Always a pleasure to chat with you there, Don. And you go right ahead and check out the YouTube live stream there. For those of you listening, put in VA3CJZ in the YouTube search box and look for us live there. All right, that's VE3EIR. He was check in number 14. Let's see if we can get check in number 15. This is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Looking for check ins. Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's do a shout out on the remote station out in Flamborough and see if we can pull anybody in through there. This is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Looking for check-ins. Please come now. All right, nothing heard. Hey, I saw on the news today somewhere in Ontario the gas hit over the $2 a liter mark. And so, and I also heard that they're going to ban the sale of gas powered cars by as early as 2024. I don't know. I think I originally heard 2030, but yeah, they're gonna jack the price of gas up so high, they're gonna force everyone to go electric, and then it'll be a nice mess. Okay, where were we? All right, let's go and see if George is there. VE3GBD. How about you there, George? Victor Echo 3, Golf Bravo Delta. Are you with us? All righty then. Let's jump over to Mac, VA3IMW. What's cooking tonight, Mac?
Well, let's see. The pork chops have already been cooked, and they are resting comfortably in a gravy bath. It's a pepper gravy, and that'll be accompanied by some sweet peas and some garlic roasted mashed potatoes. It's always nice when you mash and mix in the garlic with the potatoes, put it back in the oven, and the potatoes actually rise up and become fluffier. So it's one of those things you can sit down with a big spoon and just eat your way through the mashed potato pot.
Oh yeah, you know what I miss is that that handy one-hand mixer that we used to have there. It was kind of like the size of a. You could put it into a glass almost. It was pretty small. It's like kind of a wand, but I used to use that to whip up the potatoes there, and oh yeah, it creates air in the potatoes there and makes them really fluffy and oh yeah, because I hate, you say you're getting mashed potatoes and next thing you know you're getting a chunk of potato that hasn't been uh, mushed. I like my mashed potatoes completely mashed.
Oh, so you like them creamy and you want to spin them up with a stick blender. Yeah, you got to be really careful because some potatoes are starchier than others, and you'll actually get them. You can turn them to glue pretty quick if you overblend them. When we do mashed potatoes, I still do it with the old-fashioned way with the hand masher. And I'll put in a couple of knobs of butter, do the mash, crash thing, and then depending on how much moisture is in, I'll either add heavy cream or whole milk, and then I like to put that back into a serving dish and pop it back into the oven. And you're actually re-roasting the mashed potatoes in the oven, and they rise like a souffle. It's really cool. They're probably going to be maybe a third more that they increase in volume when you rebake them.
Yeah, that's how I like to do mine, pretty much that way as well. But when we moved in here, we ended up buying a plastic masher, and nothing beats a metal one. I have to go out and find a metal one now because they get the job done a lot better than those plastic ones.
Yeah, I'm pretty sneaky when it comes to kitchen utensils. If there's something that comes in the door that I don't like, it gets lost really quick. So yes, the potato masher, it's one of the zigzag mashers. So I know there's a couple of designs. The masher that has the round circle with the square holes punched in it, you can throw that one in the garbage too. So it's the zigzag masher is the only one that you want to use, and it's going to work well for you for squash, turnip, any other vegetables that you want to mash. And the other thing that's kind of interesting from time to time, depending on what your tastes are. If you got root vegetables kicking around, you can actually mix in about, say, somewhere between an eighth to a third of root vegetables, like a squash or a turnip. You can make that part of your mashed potato puree. You want to leave some chunks and a little bit of definition between them, but they add a really nice sweetness. Anyways, we're all getting to the point where the juices are flowing, so I don't want to spit on the microphone. Anyways, we're getting close to last round, I'm assuming, right? Is this the 73 round, or are we going to be back around again?
Oh, no, I think we'll be back around one more time there. A bit of a slow night with check-ins tonight. Let's see how many we've got. Well, actually, we're pretty much on par for average. We've got 14 check-ins so far. And I see Huey pulling up there, but the net is still on. I don't know what he's thinking. He's going to have to wait another 20 minutes or so. I see him on my security camera. All right. Thanks, Mac. Rick said goodnight. Let's see if PDL is back. Oh, hang on a second. Huey. Yeah, well, I'm doing the net, Huey. The net's not on until 10 o'clock at least. 20 more minutes, buddy. Okay, come back in a bit. All right, bye. Okay, I had a quick chat with Huey. He's all excited. He thought the net was over. I told him it's over at 10 o'clock. He'll have to come back. So off he goes. All right, well, let's see if PDL is out there. VE3 Papa Delta Lima. And I noticed somebody is using digital on this frequency again. We're back to the same nonsense, but that's okay. I'm sure I'm getting over it. Now let's try George again. VE3 Golf Bravo Delta. George. And they're dropping like flies. Well, let's see if anybody else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu.
Victor Alpha 3, Delta Golf Alpha, Dave and Dundas. Hi, Chuck.
Dave's gone amateur. Good evening, VA3 DGA. Dave, how are you?
VE3CJZ, Master of Ceremonies and net what they call net control. Yeah, I'm doing okay, thank you. And if I did any complaining, who would listen? You know what I mean? It's not the way it goes, right? So just I checked in a couple. Well, I didn't check in. I bounced by the frequency a few times, heard the net in full fly, and it was great hearing everybody chatting and contributing and doing the typical AREG thing, which is awesome. And only now got the opportunity to check in. So thank you very much for giving me a shout in and being in the pot. I won't stay for the next round. Just wanted to say hi and delighted to see. I saw you on YouTube as well, running the net on that, and that I thought good for you guys. Nice to see and hear the familiar voices.
Absolutely. Pleasure having you stop in again, Dave. I'm sure you're a busy man, and thanks for taking the time out and stopping in with us. I just recently got some news from Larry up on the mountain there, VE3LBI, concerning John, the founder of AREG, and he's still up in Manitouage. He had to leave the house he was in and got an apartment in a house, but that person is sold that house, I guess, and he has to be out at the end of this month. And so I don't know if he has another place lined up, but we do know he has to move again. But the good news is most of his belongings are in storage. So, and he swears up and down he's never coming back to Hamilton well, to live. He may come by to visit, but yeah, that's the latest news for John there, Dave.
Oh, thank you very much for sharing that. I'm glad to hear that he's okay. Just sorry he's still constantly battling the housing woes. It'd be nice for him to have somewhere that he could start to feel as his own, or at least his space, and it not constantly have to change underneath him like that. So I feel for him, and I hope he gets something nice and stable soon. And I'm glad that he's doing okay with the harsher winters out there, and still enjoying the nice community of Manitouage.
Yeah, well, you see, the housing crisis knows no boundaries, and Manitouage is affected as well. There's just no openings. That's just how things are. Usually, when the weather gets a little bit warmer, more people move, so it creates openings. But during the cold months, nobody likes to move, especially if you're living in a cold, secluded environment like Manitouage. So it's no wonder he can't really find much. But like you said there, we hope he lucks out and finds maybe not a forever home, but somewhere he can stay for a long time instead of always having to move around. All right, Dave, anything new and exciting with you, sir?
Radio wise, let's see. I was part of a study group with the Burlington Amateur Radio Club, and it was for our advanced licenses. And I don't know how many weeks we spent at it, maybe 2 months or so. A lot of hours every single week. But I wrote my ticket and I passed the test. So I feel pretty stoked about that. And the material is making sense this time around. This is my second kick at trying to learn the stuff. First time I just got more confused and I got moved forward. So this time round it felt like a lot of fun to do it, and pretty stoked about the whole thing, to be perfectly honest.
Well, congratulations are in order. That's a very nice accomplishment to have under your belt, sir. I am also looking forward to join that club soon, and we will also get serious about doing that very soon as well. So right on. I'm glad for you.
Yeah, thanks, man. And I would say, 9 months before that, I passed my Morse code test as well. So I have them all now, which is pretty nice. But seeing as I can hit you with a half a watt, I don't really think I need an amplifier. I'll just keep what I have.
Yeah, you've got a prime location there, and you don't need a lot of power to get out, so good for you. And but yeah, it comes with all kinds of perks nonetheless. But the big thing is, it's something you can say that you've accomplished, and I would feel the same way. I mean, I was elated having passed my basic with honors, and I'm looking forward to getting the advanced as well.
Absolutely, sir. Good stuff. All right, well, thanks for letting me in on the net, and my best wishes to all who are still there, and even those that aren't there. And I should let it back to you and say my good evenings. I'll do a 73 thing now with you, if you don't mind, please, Chuck. Thank you for letting me in. Stay safe and well, and delighted to hear that the health of the AREG net is still robust and strong with you at the helm. Good evening, sir. VE3CJZ, VA3DGA. Back to you, net control.
Okay, Dave. Well, thank you for, again, taking the time out to come by and say hi with us. And always a pleasure to chat with you, Dave. We'll pass along your best regards to whoever may come back or whoever I hear later on. So nice to hear you around. The odd time we do hear you on HF making contacts. And so that's pretty interesting when we're listening to contests on the weekend. We get to hear regular call signs that we know. So I heard you in there a couple times. Okay, Dave, take care. Have a great night. And once again, thank you, and enjoy the rest of the week. Better days are ahead. VA3 Delta Golf Alpha. Okay, anyone else out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and my station is in East Hamilton below the escarpment. And we're looking for your check-ins. Please come now.
Contact.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if Dave is running his usual 1/10 of 50 millionths of a milliwatt tonight. His signal coming out of his station in Waterdown is just super.
Response?
Go ahead, Dave.
I think that was Larry LBI. Good evening to you, sir. You, by the way, are coming in. I have to get my glasses to see it, but I think it's 40 over. And I'm thinking about hitting the attenuator button. Yeah, I'm using 0%, which I think is about a half a watt.
Yeah, Roger, you're 30 over S9 to me, and it's Mac, Victor Alpha 3, Indy Mike Whiskey. So, yeah, I think we're entirely too close to each other for being as efficient as we are, but your 1/10 of 1,000th of a milliwatt is doing a super job. Always, yeah, I appreciate that coming up the hill. Anyways, I'll turn it back to you, Chuck, and thanks, Dave. Appreciate the comeback.
All right, very good, Dave and Mac. Oh, and don't forget, Dave, in 6 short weeks, it'll be the 1500th anniversary of the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. So if you get a chance to drop in and say hi, you're more than welcome, sir, to come celebrate with us.
Oh, excellent. Do you have a date on that one? And I'll throw it in my calendar. If I'm in the area, I would be remiss not to join the net for some of that.
I don't have the exact date, but it's 6 weeks from today, I would imagine. We're at AREG 1494, so I would have to look at my calendar here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it looks like June 15th.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing on my calendar, June 15th, 1500. All right. That sounds like something worth celebrating. Who knows, we might even patch in JSU over the phone or something like that. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, I'm sorry I messed up the ID on the other gentleman. I haven't got that call sign in my head. Would you mind giving that back to me again, please, Chuck?
Sir, Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey.
Oh, India Mike Whiskey, dough. Sorry about that. Yes, indeed. Very good. You know, it's all the gain of the antenna, and they said that to me when I was absolutely starting. I'm still a novice, but nonetheless, when I started out, it's no good having a great radio if you can't get a signal out in the air. So I bought a half decent antenna, and you know what? It's paid dividend over and over again in terms of good gain on the antenna. It makes it all work.
Well, tell us what kind it is.
It's an Alpha Delta D. Oh no, it isn't. It's a Diamond X510. It's not the biggest one. It's not the one that Garnet has. That's about twice the price of what I have. What I have is it's about a $300 antenna, I think, if you look them up on Radio World. A Diamond X510, and there's about, I don't know, 16 dB a gain thereabout.
Yeah, nice antenna. Absolutely. Okay, very good, Dave. Thanks once again. I know I was curious. I don't know about anyone else, but if we save our nickels up, maybe we can also transmit with half a watt. Okay, Dave, thanks again. Anything else?
Yeah, if I get that, if I find it on, it's $319 at Radio World, and I'm just trying to see if I can pull the spec on it for the gain. No, it's not as high as I thought it was. On this band, the 2 meter band, it's 8.3 dB of gain, and on 440 megahertz, it's 11.7 dB of gain. So it's not as strong as Garnet's antenna, and it's quite a bit shorter as well. But hey, better than a slap in the belly with a wet fish, as my mother would say. But that might not be so bad.
Yeah. Okay. No comment about slapping the fish, but I agree. Well, it's working wonderful for you. You're in a good location as well, and so your signal is radiating just fabulously out of Dundas there, Dave. Dundas, Dave.
The dynamic duo of the D squared. Okay, sorry. Back to you, net control and VA3 IM India Mike Whiskey. Thanks again for your comments on that. Signing back to you, Chuck.
Okay, very good. Does anyone else have any comments in there or want to talk to someone else there? Now's the time. Please come forward. All right. Well, let's see if anyone else is out there would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm here in the East End of Hamilton, and we're looking for any last-minute check-ins before we wrap things up at 10 p.m. Any new check-ins, please come now.
You just stepped on Grandpa Greg.
All right, very good then. I'm going to switch over to the remote station and see if I can pull them in. Victor Alpha 3, Fox Golf Tango, Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Greg, do you copy?
Hello, Chuck, if you can hear me, you're just barely breaking the squelch on your remote one. You were doing better on the other one. You were coming through about 75% of the time. So, other than that, nothing else, just a P for the pot there, and we'll let it go back to you. VA3FGT.
Alrighty then. So we switched back over from the remote station back to the base station here, since you can hear me better on this one, but I can hear you better on the remote station. So we're just switching back and forth. Thanks for checking in there, Greg. Much appreciated there. Everything going okay with you?
Everything seems to be pretty good out here, other than it's a little bit more difficult to get through to people. So, other than that, Mac, check your messenger, and ciao for now. VA3FGT, Simcoe. Contact.
All right. Go ahead there, contact.
Okay, Greg, I'll double check Facebook Messenger. I'm going to send you my phone number so you can send me a text message because my Messenger notifications shows up 2 days later. Anyways, Greg, I just wanted to let you know that the ZOE repeater has been shut down. You've probably heard by now, but Terry's decided to idle it for some time period to make sure that nuisance people go away. Anyways, we'll certainly we'll tie up on Simplex on 2 meters in order to make sure that we're able to stay in touch. Anyways, thanks, Greg, and thanks, Chuck. I'll turn it back to net control.
All right, very good, and thanks again, Greg, for checking in. Your number, what are we? 16? Yeah, your check-in number 16 there, Greg. Very good. Thanks again. So let's quickly run down the list for last call. And the first one is VE3 Golf Bravo Delta. George, last call. VE3 GNP. VA3 IMW.
Well, it's check-ins with Chuck. Another successful Wednesday evening, and so glad for it. On the contest calendar, I don't know if you've got visibility for it. But Mike UET mentioned it earlier tonight that there is a microwave contest this weekend. So I'm sure there's some information on the web available for that. So if you got 1.2 gig capabilities, you can play with that between 7 a.m. Saturday and 7 a.m. Sunday morning. Anyways, other than that, Chuck, keep up the good work, and definitely looking forward to that celebration of 15 million weeks in a row that we'll be celebrating shortly. Anyways, back to you, Chuck, and 7-3CU and all of our other participants on frequency.
Absolutely there, Mac. Okay, well, thank you for all your participation and relaying and being helpful and all that stuff. Always a pleasure, Mac. We look forward to doing it again. Okay, next, Rick, he's gone. Arpad's gone. Wade, let's see if Wade is on the radio or on the YouTube. VA3, November Charlie Alpha. Last call. VA3, WPG. Chris, last call. VA3, AXJ. Rick, oh, he's gone. Let's try Vanya. VA3, XLJ. Vanya. VE3, PDL. Last call.
Last call for alcohol. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Anyways, I'm here for this go around, and I'll be here for a little bit afterwards too, I think. And thanks for doing the net there, Chuck. Another successful one. And I heard you say we got, what was it, 16 or something check-ins? So that's not too bad. Alrighty, sir. I'll let you pick up the rest of the guys. V3 PDL, back over to you.
Yeah, okay there, Paul. And we finally got a firm date on the AREG 1500, and that'll be on June 15th, just so you know. And so we'll talk more about that another time. But that's the date as far as we can tell. And you missed Dave DGA from Dundas. He wishes everyone well. And so that's it for that. Thank you, Paul. VE3 Papa Delta Lima. Let's see if Huey's on his portable. VE3 Delta Juliet Zulu. VE3 LBI. Last call, Larry. Wow, I'm just looking at my security camera there. A lot of people are walking their dogs right now. Must be a nice evening. It says it's 13.4 degrees here, so very good. All right, let's see if Vern is still with us. VA3 CRF. Okay, let's go to Don. VE3 EIR. You still with us, Don?
Yeah, I'm still here, Chuck. I did check YouTube, and when you told me I was S9, this is a different radio here. It may not be S9. But when you told me it was S9, it was S9. I saw it on my screen. So, as I say, you can't cheat, Chuck. Not to say that you are, but it's great to have this check on YouTube. So I'm going to go to the YouTube now and see if this radio is the walkie-talkie, actually. See if it's any better. VE3 EIR.
All right, Don. Well, actually, with this one, you're S9 plus. So you're just over S9. Great job. So, yeah, check it out on YouTube. And Chucky doesn't lie. Thanks again, Don. Much appreciated, sir. You have a great rest of the week. And now let's see who else is next here. Dave, I think he said his 7-3s. And then Greg, we just spoke to him. So let's do one last call out. It is 10:02 p.m. But this is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Looking for any last-minute check-ins, please come now. All right. Well, I guess that does it then. It's time to wrap things up and say good night. Let's hang on here. I've got my thing right here. Yeah, tonight we've had 16 check-ins, and it is week 1,494. And I hope you all join us on June 15th for the 1,500th edition of AREG. I'd like to thank everyone for participating in this week's AREG, and I look forward to hearing from you all again next week. Until then, stay safe. Have a great rest of the week. This is VA3CJZ saying 7-3 and good night. We will take a break and be back a little later on. Thanks all.